I'm quite excited. I know Clipper takes safety really seriously, and I know the skippers have been given a really detailed briefing on where we should go and what we should be doing. We've also had a complete run through of all our safety procedures with Vicky, our skipper. So I'm pretty reassured that they know what they're doing. They've had boats in the Southern Ocean before. So we've just got to look after ourselves and each other, I think. I think the wind changes as well are going to be something that we've got to cope with. We haven't had major wind changes in a short space of time so far, either on leg 1 or leg 2. So I think that's going to be the issue. As those depressions go through, we've got to work as a team, and we've got to work quickly. One of the things that we absolutely don't want is to be 2 or 3 days behind everyone else into port. That was awful when we got into Rio. We want to be in the first 24 hours so that we can really enjoy the stopover. So that's our real challenge, and that's what we're really gunning for. So we'd like to be in the top 5.
It was really amazing to win the competition, especially when I met my 12 contenders. They were very impressive sports people, some great media guys too, and when they called my name out I was in disbelief, to be honest. So I'm super excited to come down here and take on this challenge.
So how do you feel about taking on the Southern Ocean?
I'm excited, very excited, but I'm also not naive enough to not be nervous. This is going to be a massive leg. It's one of the hardest ones. There's going to be high winds, loads of swells, and it's going to be cold. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting out there and getting going now, but I'm fully aware that my sailing skills are all going to be needed, and it's going to be a tough one.
Okay, and what do you think is going to be the biggest challenge?
I think the biggest challenge is going to be not being able to go running, because I like to run a lot. However, I am aware that this is I'll be physically challenged with all the work that's on board, and even just being down below, because the boat's going to be keeled over so much that getting from your bunk to the galley and out up on deck is a challenge in itself. So yeah, definitely going to have new challenges there.
So overall, pretty excited?
Very excited. Can't wait to go. Bring it on. Come on in West Africa.
Rich, you came in here in 3rd place. You obviously had a point to prove in the last race. What's your game plan? What's the strategy for the next leg?
We've got a strategy, but there's no way I'm going to talk about it now. No way at all, because I don't know who else is listening.
All right, well, tell me. I mean, you're bringing your crew the whole way into the Southern Ocean. Obviously, it's not going to be straightforward. It's going to be dangerous at times. What's your thought behind that? How are you feeling about it?
We're ready to go. Our more southerly route from Rio down to here has obviously given the guys a little bit of a taster. You know, we're going to see bigger waves, bigger weather, but the guys have already experienced some reasonably heavy conditions, which isn't the same fleet-wide. Some of the guys that went more of a rumline route had quite a gentle run from Rio to here. So I'm hoping that that's gonna be reflected in the positions once we get out there. The fact that we've got that heavy weather or some slightly heavy weather experience on board already.
And do you want to tell me a little bit about your new sponsor, Rickety Bridge? Do you know much anything about it?
Rickety Bridge have come on board here in Cape Town as official partner to the boat. Since they've been down here, we've taken them out on the water. We've done some static events with them. And it's great that as we're progressing around the world that we're getting more and more sponsors on board. It can only be a good thing.
Tell me, realistically, what's your chances for this next leg coming up?
What, to get first?
Yeah.
So plenty. On the last race we were pipped to the post. Second was robbed from us. We know we can run fast. You know, we left Rio with our own plan. We went to do our own thing. We sat in 12th for a week. Everybody was sort of going, oh, in West Africa, what are they doing? And lo and behold, in 3 days, we went from 12th to 2nd. So there's no reason at all why we can't arrive in Albany with that yellow flag.
Tell me, you're about to set off on this lake. You're about to take a bunch of sailors with you. I mean, the pressure must be on as well, leading the fleet. How are you feeling about going into this one?
Yeah, I don't feel really any self-imposed pressure on that. I think there's a lot of competition here. They're all really close to us, sort of thing. No one's really a clear favourite, sort of thing. So I think we are confident, but we're not taking anything for granted. So we're going to keep working hard and just keep doing what we're doing and see how it turns out.
Do you think there's an added bit of pressure now that you're leading the fleet at this point?
No, I don't actually think so at all. I think this is kind of what I've been telling our crew, sort of thing that we should expect from ourselves. Sort of thing. It's been a goal right from the get-go, and so it's not unexpected. I mean, obviously, it's great that we're here now, but this is where we want to be, and we're going to work hard to maintain this.
And what about the Southern Ocean? What are we expecting to see down there?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be pretty typical Southern Ocean conditions. It looks like the first day or so out of here is going to be maybe a bit light, a bit chance for the crew to get settled into the pattern, but it won't be long before we get hit by a good Southern Ocean low and cruising along in good strong westerlies, making really good progress, and just trying to slow down the boat and keep everything under control and not break anything because it's a long leg and you got to get there as well.